The Hermetic Code. Ancient wisdom meets quantum reality. Everything you believe about separation is an illusion. Ancient Hermetic teachers knew a secret that modern science is only beginning to confirm. The entire universe is connected through an invisible field that defies time and space. Your thoughts and emotions aren't just inside your head, they're intertwined with the fabric of reality itself. What modern scientists call quantum entanglement, Hermetic masters called the Great Correspondence. Understand this connection, and you can transform your reality forever. 3,000 years before quantum physics, Hermetic philosophy taught one fundamental truth. As above, so below. As within, so without. This ancient principle reveals that patterns in the cosmos mirror patterns in our lives. Imagine rolling two dice. One here, one thousands of miles away. Yet somehow, they influence each other instantly. This isn't magician's quantum entanglement, a principle modern physics has proven real. When particles become entangled, they remain connected regardless of distance, reacting to each other immediately. What Hermeticists understood centuries ago was that this connection doesn't just exist between particles, it exists between your mind and the universe itself. The Emerald Tablet, one of Hermeticism's most sacred texts, states, "That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to perform the miracle of the one thing." Today's quantum physicists are rediscovering this ancient wisdom through experiments proving that consciousness affects physical reality. The famous double-slit experiment showed that particles behave differently when observed. Simply watching changes how matter behaves. This scientific discovery confirms what Hermeticism has always taught: the observer and the observed are part of one unified system. The all is mind, the universe is mental. This is the first principle of Hermeticism, written in the Kybalion. For centuries, this statement seemed mystical. Now, science suggests it may be literally true. Your thoughts aren't confined to your skull. They generate electromagnetic waves that extend beyond your body. The HeartMath Institute discovered that the human heart creates an electromagnetic field reaching several meters beyond your physical form, a field that interacts with everything around you. This mirrors the Hermetic concept that thoughts are living energy, not just abstract ideas. When you think, you're not just processing information, you're emitting a frequency that resonates through the quantum field. Physicist Roger Penrose and Dr. Stuart Hameroff proposed that consciousness might operate at the quantum level within brain cells. This means your mind could be directly interacting with the fundamental fabric of reality. Exactly what Hermetic teaching has claimed for thousands of years. Think about it. Have you ever thought intensely about someone right before they called? Or sensed something would happen before it did? These aren't coincidences, they're glimpses of the entangled nature of consciousness that Hermeticism describes. Your conscious mind sets goals and makes plans, but it's your subconscious that truly shapes your reality. The Hermeticists call this the divine mind within, a powerful force that connects directly to universal intelligence. Your subconscious is like an antenna, constantly receiving and transmitting frequencies. It doesn't distinguish between real and imagined experiences. It simply responds to the impressions it receives and broadcasts this frequency into the quantum field. According to Hermetic teaching, this inner mind was programmed during your early years. From birth until age 7, your brain operates mostly in theta wave frequency as a hypnotic state, where information is absorbed directly without filtering. During this time, you downloaded beliefs about yourself and reality that now run automatically. If you were taught that money is hard to earn, or relationships always end badly, these programs became your subconscious reality. Even if you consciously reject these ideas now, your inner mind continues broadcasting these frequencies, attracting matching experiences. This explains why Hermetic masters emphasized mental discipline. They understood that inner transformation must precede outer change. As the Emerald Tablet states, all things have been and arose from one by the mediation of one. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This third Hermetic principle explains why your thoughts and emotions directly influence your life circumstances. Every thought generates a specific vibration. Fear, doubt, and worry create low-frequency waves. Confidence, gratitude, and joy produce high-frequency patterns. These vibrations aren't just metaphorical, they're actual electromagnetic frequencies your body emits. The Hermetic masters taught that like attracts like. Your dominant vibration draws matching experiences toward you. This isn't wishful thinking, it's energy resonance. When quantum physicists discovered that entangled particles instantly affect each other across any distance, they were rediscovering what Hermetic philosophy called sympathetic vibration, the principle that things vibrating at similar frequencies naturally attract each other. This is why two people can face the same challenge yet experience completely different outcomes. One person's mental frequency attracts solutions and opportunities, while the other's vibration draws more problems and obstacles. The good news? Hermeticism teaches that these frequencies can be changed. As the Kybalion states, the Hermetic student polarizes himself at the desired pole, and by changing his polarity becomes master of his circumstances instead of being their servant. How do you change your subconscious programming? Hermetic initiates develop specific techniques passed down through centuries, methods that align perfectly with modern neuroscience. First is meditation. When you enter a meditative state, your brain shifts into deeper frequencies where the subconscious becomes accessible. Ancient Hermetic texts describe this as entering the silence, where the conscious and subconscious minds can communicate directly. Visualization is equally powerful. When you vividly imagine your desired reality with emotion and sensory detail, your subconscious accepts it as real experience. The Hermetic texts describe this as mental alchemy, transforming thought energy into physical reality. Hermetic masters also understood the power of ritual. Repeating specific actions with focused intention creates new neural pathways in the brain. Modern psychologists call this embodied cognition, the idea that physical movements can reshape mental patterns. But there's a critical mistake many people make. They focus solely on conscious thoughts while ignoring emotional alignment. Hermeticism teaches that emotion is the fuel that powers manifestation. If you affirm abundance but feel lack, your vibration remains tied to scarcity. The Hermetic solution? Act as if you already embody what you seek. To change your mood or mental state, change your vibration, says the Kybalion. When you align thought, emotion, and action, your frequency shifts, reality must respond. When you shift your vibration, something interesting happens. The universe seems to test your new frequency. Challenges appear that perfectly match your old patterns. Most people see these as failures. Hermetic wisdom recognizes them as confirmation signals. Why does this happen? The Hermetic principle of rhythm explains that everything flows in cycles, including your consciousness. Before a new pattern can stabilize, the old pattern must complete its cycle. This is why when you decide to attract abundance, unexpected expenses often appear. When you commit to better relationships, old toxic patterns resurface. These aren't obstacles. They're opportunities to prove your new vibration is genuine. Most people fail here, reverting to old thinking patterns when challenged. Hermetic adepts understood that maintaining your new frequency during tests is what solidifies the change. As the Kybalion states, to destroy an undesirable rate of vibration, put into operation the principle of polarity and concentrate upon the opposite pole. This means when scarcity appears, double down on feelings of abundance. When conflict arises, deepen your commitment to harmony. The test isn't asking if you can avoid challenges. It's asking if you can maintain your chosen vibration regardless of external circumstances. The ancient Hermetic masters left us a profound secret. Reality isn't happening to you, it's responding to you. The quantum field that modern physics has discovered is the same universal mind that Hermeticists have worked with for millennia. But there's one final key that unlocks this entire system, a secret that turns theoretical knowledge into transformative power. When you understand this principle, manifestation becomes effortless, synchronicities multiply, and you stop fighting against life's current. This final key reverses everything most people believe about creating their reality. It's the difference between forcing change and allowing transformation. Ancient initiates called it the Great Paradox, the principle that completes the Hermetic circle. What is this final key? And how can you apply it to access the full power of your quantum connection? That's where we'll begin next time. Like, subscribe, and share.